Welcome to the podcast that brings you raw and original takes on a wide range of sports and entertainment. It's your boy Henny Dre.
It's John.
And this is the Pham Perspective. We ain't got all the facts.
Nope.
But we all gonna keep it 100 with all the opinions that we do give.
100 add a 0 1,000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Episode 127.
127.
127 is in the books. Did you heard?
127.
That's it. Nah,
Grand opening, grand closing.
Did you heard, man?
Just like that Phoenix and Dallas.
You know what I'm saying?
Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah.
Since the opening tip.
Yeah, they got destroyed after, Luka. It was a mix of Luka and just the curse of Chris Paul. Was it the curse of Chris Paul or was it the curse of what's his name? Scott Foster, right? That's his name.
I think it's a Scott Foster because
as soon as he came in, that's when they started going. Yeah. As soon as they announced that he's reffing the next game.
Oh, they said that
like soon everybody was like, "Oh man!"
Shout out to nephew Alfredo. He was like, "Listen, Scott Foster." Chris Paul's owing something again for Scott Foster officiating. You bet Dallas. Shit,
they want you somebody?
Nah, I ain't even mess with that.
Oh man, you supposed to.
I'm supposed to.
You supposed to know when Cuzzo hit you, when a Puerto Rican cousin hit you with something, with a number to play or a bet to take. Right. You take that motherfucker.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You want to lose a draw, you still bet that.
They just randomly let you know too.
Yeah. We were just talking. We were just talking. Like I said, one day Saturday night, we were just talking. He was like, "Yeah, man, Scott Foster coaching Chris Paul 0-90 against him when he's reffing." Right.
But also Chris Paul was 0-90 in Game 7s.
Yeah, that's terrible, bro.
That's a wild stat, man. You always get it to Game 7, but you could never pull it off.
That's crazy.
At least 7 times.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
And you know what? Pat Bev was letting him have it.
Pat Bev is destroying.
Because it had me thinking, like every time we give Chris Paul props and whatever, and you know how he deserves MVP votes and how he deserves this and that and Pat Bev said, why he deserves everything and I don't? Right. Which he had a point. And that's probably the only point he really made out of all these comments he's been making on his tour.
Yeah, he's prepping for his life after life after basketball as far as playing wise, because he's definitely gonna be on TV somewhere.
But he's playing for Minnesota. You want to get out of there.
Hey man, Minnesota made the playoffs. Shout out to Minnesota, but
he living on that for like the next 4 years. I got Minnesota to the playoffs.
Oh yeah. As far as that aspect, absolutely, you got to. But yeah, like you said, though, that CP, he just got himself a CP. But yeah, I mean, you got to take the good and the bad. Like you're right, but there's certain players that just, CP seems like the good guy. Like I said, player president of the Players Association and good guy. You don't really, but on the court, people say, like you said, it's a different animal out there in that court.
Probably the best shit talker too.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Quiet but silent but deadly.
Exactly.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, hey, all right. How about this? Like you said, 0-90 in Game 7. Like, what's up? What we doing? What we doing here? And then the teams win. Like, what we doing here? They get there. So, you got to take the good and the bad. And I can feel that aspect. You know what I mean? Like you said, praises be up here. Point guard. He ranking him high and one of the top point guards. Like, I don't have him in my top 5, but people say it because Phoenix is feel good story. You know what I mean? And same thing he did. Like, but everywhere he go, he's gonna win. Like he's a winner. Like regardless. Like his
IQ is undeniable.
They counted him out when he went to OKC. He took them boys to the playoff. Like you know what I mean? They shipped him out for for a bag of chips and shit. You know what I mean? Saying he's old, he's washed up, he ain't worth this. And went to Phoenix. What he did? New contract. Went to the championship and best record this year, but
couldn't get it done this year.
Got smoked.
Yeah, by that dog on the other side. Dallas took the series, just to let the listeners know. But before we talk about that dog in Dallas, I want to jump to the other series real quick because I got another point that I want to make and round it all up. Yep. The other series was Boston, right? Boston and Milwaukee. And Boston pulled it off, man. The Bucks. I thought they was gonna be a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? I thought Game 7 Giannis was, he is a real thing, but the Bucks found the formula to get rid of that. They found the formula for KD to stop KD, and then they found the formula to slow down that Greek freak enough.
Boston. You mean Boston? Yeah.
Yeah, they slowed down the Greek freak enough to take that Game 7, and they gritty. And you know now they facing Miami Heat, which I think is the best matchup of the overall playoffs.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like you said, Greek started off good. You know what I mean? 17 first half. Him and Tatum went back and forth. But like you said, second half they clamped down. You know what I mean? And yeah, they dominated. And Grant Williams made them 3-pointers because they was giving them up early. But once they started making them, then now you got to go defend it. Now Tatum gonna take over. Now Brown gonna take over. You know what I mean? So yeah, they definitely got the formula. And they're the young up and coming guns. I mean, they're not young anymore. I mean, he's still relatively the young, but
right. That's what scares me about Boston though. Cause shout out to Tommy. Go check out that fan spotlight episode
for sure
with Tommy Love. You know what I'm saying? He a Boston fan. I told him we was gonna meet. I told him right, and I said it that episode. Yeah. We're gonna see our boys eventually. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now we here, and they I can't even front. They give me a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm gonna talk my shit, because my boys is gonna take it.
Got to. Okay.
But they get me nervous because not for like say if they would have won and like if Jason Tatum had like 47 and they would have won or something, I would have been less scared than seeing everybody on the team score 15 to 23.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
That scares me. They just balanced. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Nobody had, I think, more than 30, and they took them boys out.
Yeah, it's gonna take a balance.
Like they shot that buck right in the heart.
Literally.
It's hunting season.
Right. I ran that bitch over like it's on the expressway. She's on the side of the road. Shit is roadkill for real. But shout out to Boston. Like I said, Game 7, that was way closer than. I mean, the ending score didn't look like it, but it was a close game early, and Boston ended up pulling away.
Mm-hmm. They pulled it. The Game 6 was the close.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I said, it could have went either way. My predictions, I did have Boston winning. Again in Milwaukee. Against Milwaukee, and I had Miami, so I had that matchup. You know what I mean? Good, and I had Golden State, and like I said, going back to the dog. Like I said, man, Luka, man, I didn't think the Mavs would reach past the first round, to be honest, because it's Luka and then who? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Literally, like who?
Yeah.
But like you said, overall team, everybody put up 12, 13. Michael Finley or whatever he.
Dinwiddie came out of nowhere.
Scored 30. You know what I'm saying? And so they got dogs over there too. So with the main dogs, so they're looking good. I still got I mean, we can make predictions if you want to, real quick. About the
Dallas and Warriors?
Yeah,
or both. Let's do it real quick.
Yeah. So like I said, you got the Boston. You got Boston and Miami facing tonight. Boston is up. So in this series, me personally, I would love to see Boston advance. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but like I said, I think I would love to see Boston more in the finals, but I'm gonna take Miami.
Hold on, turn the mic up. Say it again.
But I'm gonna have Miami win it in 7 games, man, and going to the finals. And like I said, Golden State and the Mavs. The Mavs, I think, they're playing with house money. I think that's when the money run out, man. I think
experience over money.
Yeah, I think Golden State will take it in 5. I think Mavs will take 1. You know what I mean? Maybe game 2 or something like that. But I got Golden State, man, in 5.
Okay,
and like I said, I got Miami in 7 and Golden State in 5, man.
Okay.
So it'd be Miami versus Golden State Warriors in the finals.
Yeah. Okay.
What you got?
Okay, I like to play the Golden State Warriors. I don't think we ever played the Golden State Warriors in the finals.
Finals? Nah. Because you got to think Miami before LeBron, I don't even think went to the championship.
I think,
you know what I'm saying?
Or it's going to be, how we was just talking about how teams and stuff is just known for what they do.
Yeah.
Like they just, if you trash, you known for being trash. If you good, you Patriots and Boston, you could say, and Golden State as of late. You just they got a routine of being good. But the NFL and the NBA and the MLB, they also have a theme of repeating things. It might just be a repeat of Miami versus Dallas in the championship. Because I'm not, you said in 5, but I'm not putting nothing past that boy Luka.
Yeah. But like everyone says that if you the man, if you a great player, you're gonna get one.
You're gonna get one.
And I think Luka gonna get one, and that's it to me personally. But
I think Luka got more of a chance of you. I think I'm gonna take Dallas
to the finals.
Yep. I'm gonna take
Hot
Dallas.
take.
And you, I'm gonna take Dallas in 6. The most generic pick ever. You know what I'm saying? Besides the Dallas part, everybody say be saying in 6. Everybody.
Yeah. Well, I said I said gonna say the 5.
Yeah. But and then I'm gonna take Miami. I say Miami in 7 too. Yeah. Just after coming off of saying that this is gonna be the toughest series of all the playoffs, the best series because it just match up and we got rivalry, band blocked Tatum. Remember the episode? Maybe I'll find the flash. Like woo! We was watching that while we was recording the podcast.
Right. Yeah, that was nasty right there for sure. And like you said, the last couple of years, like I said, going back to LeBron and Wade and Ray Allen and KG and Paul Pierce, it's going back to then. So yeah, it's definitely a rivalry. You know what I'm saying?
With the Luka part, right? This is another reason why I think
Luka,
because man, it's been
Luka in my top 5 now.
It been
players
in the league right now.
Right now, yeah.
It's been a trend going on.
My favorite players.
But I'm saying it's been a trend going on. It's basically like, are the American players falling off because the last 4 MVPs went to overseas players, Giannis and Jokic, and the one coming up right now is Luka, and Luka is even though like why Luka ain't really be what he was like a couple years ago in the MVP like discussions because the numbers he be putting up be wow, son. Like he be having like 42, 17, and 12. Like
it's just because Denver is like more successful as far as like just win losses like making the playoffs and stuff like that. So you gotta think this is probably his second year making the playoffs. Denver been in there a couple of years, so that's why they're in that aspect.
But we always, it's always a talk of expansion in all these leagues, you know what I'm saying? But especially the NBA, you know what I'm saying? They had them ties with China at one point, you know what I'm saying? They was trying to keep them cool, like, nah, we cool, cause, we get a lot of money over there, all these stuff. But these international players, maybe this is the start of the push of Luka.
No, I think, like you said, in general, you got to think the top.
He got to at least get 1 like Dirk.
Yeah, you got to think.
I think Dirk got 2, I think.
What, rings?
Yeah.
I think he just got the 1. He just Miami. Yeah, I believe so. Because we'll get to this player / coach / whatever after this. But, definitely international. I think just in general is catching up. You know what I'm saying? As far as talent-wise. Like you said, I think, Luka benefiting. Like you said, he playing with them since he was 14, 15, playing with men and dominating, coming over.
And he's on record saying that the NBA is easier than overseas.
Exactly. Giannis, we see his story every year, like him playing, you know what I'm saying, with the grown men, you know what I mean, wearing the same shoes, staying at the gym. Boom. Built his body up, came to America. Boom. He did. Embiid, just playing soccer basically till like 15, you know what I mean? And went to Kansas, injuries.
Embiid was the other one too, yeah.
Yeah, injuries was in there, but hey, he did his thing, and now
with all his injuries, everybody knew he was going to be that dog.
He that man, yeah, exactly.
Since Kansas, he didn't really play at Kansas.
Nah, he was hurt like that in Kansas.
Yeah, and he did a Kyrie, like he still got drafted.
Yeah,
he still sat. He did a Ben Simmons too. He sat
2 years.
Yeah, Ben Simmons did too. I think.
Yeah, Ben Simmons sat, I believe, a year, but yeah, Embiid sat 2 years because they drafted Embiid and then drafted Simmons, and it's a whole year, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And he should have won MVP this year. Then, like you said, a 2-time MVP, Joker, like. You know what I'm saying? Definitely right now, if you look at it right now, like the international players probably are the top players. Like if they was to do the All-Star game like the NHL where they do USA versus the world, the world will probably win.
Probably.
You know probably. I mean, it'll be close. I mean, I got to think of the other players. You still got LeBron, KD,
I think they do be winning in the Rising Stars.
Rising Stars?
The Rising Stars is the world versus US.
Yep, I think they do too. Absolutely. I think
I think
I ain't
they
say
be
absolutely,
whooping
but
that
I think they be
ass.
winning. Yeah,
I think they be whooping that ass
yeah,
too.
I think they be winning. I think they won the last one. Like I said, with Luka and them was over there. But yeah, like I said, you got the kids. You know what I mean? Definitely. And then also, like I said, you got the kids going to international to skip college. You know what I mean? To you know, bulk up. Like I said, Luka play with grown men and then come over. You know, LaMelo Ball is one of those guys that came over. You know what I'm saying? Was skip college and he, you know, look where he at. You know what I mean? Doing his thing. So
he on his way too up there to be one of the faces of the league.
Absolutely.
I would say.
Yeah. I would, you know, face wise, like far as like
one of the faces.
like marketing wise, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he'd get to, you know, Luka level far as play and like, you know what I mean, shit like that. But
he more like an 18, 10 and 10. Luka like a 38, 12 and 10.
It's levels. It's different levels, you know what I'm saying? It's levels. Like Luka's on that top level now. Like LaMelo, you know what I mean? He'll be
Luka
good.
been at that top level.
That's what I'm saying.
He
Since
came
day one.
Yeah,
Day one.
through.
Yeah.
Like I see this tweet going around talking about LeBron was 18 doing this to grown men. And it showed like him dunking on people, getting rebounds, dunking on people and stuff. And I'm like, I mean, Luka is doing the equivalent of that. Dropping 45, I think, is the equivalent of dunking on somebody.
Luka's definitely Luka so far, like you said, right, from the league been you know how many what's been 4, maybe 5 years.
4 or 5 years, yeah.
Yeah, so like he's been on that consistent
On that
role,
Mike Trout type numbers.
consistent role like since LeBron. Like I said, LeBron is probably the only person that came in the league, you know, averaging. I think the first year was like 18 or 19.
Nah, he averaged over 20.
Was it 20?
Yeah, he averaged over 20.
I'm about to say I was gonna say 20 because him and Melo like averaged like Melo averaged like a point more. It was like in the 20s. And you gotta think, I think it's still averaging that to 9 now. So yeah, man. Like I said, definitely the internationals, definitely you know the foreign players, you know, been taking over. They've been good, but not the top level like they are now. Like you had your Ginobili's, you had your Dirk Nowitzki's.
There was role players, well, not Dirk.
Not Dirk.
But
like
Dirk one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. Like far as especially power forwards and stuff like that, and like you know Dirk. You know, you got the veterans, like you said, like Ginobili and Parker that did their thing. Yao Ming changed the game, you know what I mean, as far as that aspect is, you know, 6 years or whatever he played. You know, injuries, like you said, Mutombo, people like that definitely came. But as far as on top, MVP status and stuff like that, nah.
Right, because what's his name? Kevin Durant had a tweet. And he said, he tweeted out how many centers from the 90s will be in MVP discussion today.
In the 90s? Let me see. Shaq was dominating every area. I don't even care. Like, yeah, I mean, couldn't last in this era, no.
Too slow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody like Lonzo Mourning, because he wasn't set like 7 foot. His name's 6'11", and he can block. He was like more like Ayton style. You know
I remember Mourning, he was on the Heat back when Shaq was on there.
He was on the Heat. Yeah, he was. Him and Shaq was going at it. You know, Shaq came when he was just about towards the end of his career. But yeah, and they did a thing like saying him and Larry Johnson and Muggsy Bogues and the Hornets, Curry father, like they were nice. Who else? Like I said, Ewing was a little slow, but yeah, as far as big man, they couldn't do it. They slow, man. Akeem will probably do something because he got the moves. David Robinson.
There's
a couple. It's only a handful.
A very small handful, because I think what KD was saying was, if you take almost any numbers of any center from the 90s, none of them is getting triple doubles.
Nah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So these big men just getting triple double. They shooting threes like they
different.
Yeah,
but you got to think. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
and triple doubles with assists, not blocks. Like,
right. And that's what I'm trying to tell you too. It's like, back then, like I said, KD was the center back then. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like 6'11", and he's shooting guard. So it's crazy on that aspect. But man, it's crazy. They definitely would not be the same, but it's a handful. It's a handful because it's more athletic. Like you said, they doing threes. Like you got big man pulling up for threes.
He like from 40. From 40.
Yeah, like pulling up for threes. And then like
not even just big man, like 7'2".
That's what I'm saying. You got Embiid leading the break.
That's what I'm saying.
Pull up for a three. You got
Embiid,
the Joker
7'2", Joker 6'11". Even
got the Greek Freak. Like we just.
But even not even on their level, but somebody who was supposed to be on their level. Porzingis is like 7'4", and he pulling up from 40.
Right. He known for the jump shoot. Right?
Yeah,
That's another international player that he was great, but You know,
He was supposed to Phil Jackson sore.
Injuries and other stuff. I think a mental break is for him though right now. That's why he went to Washington. You know, nobody talks about Washington, so hopefully he rebuilds there. But yeah, man, definitely internationally taking over. And definitely the big man definitely changed the game right now. As far as the biggest, you know, what I mean, you say changes from the '90s to now, like I said, the whole league in general is more athleticism. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them point guards, power forward, whatever, ain't lasting. They get ran out the gym. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll see. You know what I mean? And talking about, like I said, going back to Dallas, making it full circle, and you talking about Dirk Nowitzki, and you know what I'm saying, and they won the championship, beating Miami, and you know Dallas
and
is doing,
international players
and doing good and stuff like that. And Dallas making it to the conference finals. We got to give the credit what credit's due, man. And shout out to Jason Kidd, man. You know what I'm saying? Jason Kidd. You know, with the Bucks.
That's what I'm saying. International players.
Giannis was mad. You know, he helped Giannis develop that game a lot. You know what I mean? And
you know, went and taught Luka a little bit.
You know what I mean? He brought that point guard knowledge. You know what I mean? And in the gym with Luka, and you can hear him in the huddles and screaming out in the games, man. And look, man, like I said, Dallas don't got the most talent, but they especially out of these 4 teams, they got the least talent. Like you'll take Luka, and then that's it. Out to Dallas, and you know, if you was to form your team with these guys, and Jason Kidd coaching them up, man, and like I said, man, definitely got to get his shout out to him.
Rising.
Yeah, man, you got to think he was at Brooklyn when they first started. You know
got him about it. Remember, he was spelling stuff on the sideline to get an extra time out,
doing stuff, right? Doing that. You know, he had some off the court stuff, and then he went.
But that's IQ like a motherfucker though. Yeah, I need an extra time out. I know they're gonna kill me, but guess what? I need a time out.
No, I was smart. I won't get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee, you know what I mean? Had that quick little, you know, like I said, build Giannis up, and that's how it happens to a lot of people, like Mark Jackson.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Build the team up, and then once they about to get over that hump, other person come in there. Shout out to Mike Bruce, but
get the white guy in there.
He definitely doing his thing on that. He got him a championship. And
ain't Jason Kidd like half black?
I think he believe it half and half. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, they got him out there. Get the white guy in there.
Yeah, but like I said,
get the white guy.
Like I said, man, Jason Kidd, you know, getting drafted by Dallas and then coming back full circle to win the championship later in his career with Dallas with Dirk, and now coaching them. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to Jason Kidd.
Mark Cuban, a loyal motherfucker.
Nah, listen, if I was a player, Mark Cuban,
he ride for his dogs.
Ride for you, man. Ride for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's how owners should be, though.
Absolutely. That's how owners should be, and you know, just keeping it in Dallas, man. You know, they just had a little thing talking about Dallas, and you know what Dallas would be worth, man, if Jerry was to decide to sell it, man. Like Dallas is these
days. Shit,
Dallas is the
$50 billion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dallas is the, you know what I'm saying, like most iconic, you know, team in the NFL. Yep. And it's not because of championships. You know, people talk about it, but that's the 90s. Like, I'm going on 30 years in a minute talking about them, you know what I mean? But, you know, they stay consistent. They stay in the headlines. Everybody want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys win, lose, or draw. And, you know, like I said, teams are going for $4 or $5 billion, but just the worth of itself, like the team, like everybody want to talk about Dallas, you know what I'm saying? So, definitely, man, yeah, I believe they said something like 10. Well, you can get a little more because Dallas.
The way the team's selling nowadays, Twitter, social media platform sold for $44 billion.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But I do probably like 12, 13 billion. I see Dallas going.
Yeah, like I said, that they threw out the number of 10. I say 10 just because it'll be double what the last one sold for. Like the last one's been like 4. So just from the name, and like I said, it's the Cowboys. You paying for the
iconic stadium.
You paying for everything. You know,
they have everything in there. They have Super Bowls, concerts, boxing matches, March Madness.
Like I said, just the name itself. Yeah. So you know what I mean. Like I said, so definitely.
And it's in Texas.
Billion. Yeah.
Because you know, I think you asked me earlier through the text to get ready for the show, or what city or something? New York or Texas, right?
More New valuable. York or Texas. Yeah.
Texas by far in today's day.
In today's day. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about as far as sports teams, stuff like that?
Everything.
Mm.
Everything. They got a space station over there. Mm-hmm. They got more space. Mm-hmm. You don't need the powerhouse of New York media no more because everybody's on their cell phone producing their own shit. Mm-hmm. A lot of land. And one thing about Texas, too, like every year, at least once a year, they talk about becoming their own country.
Cause man,
So if they detach, they gonna have their own shit, and they gonna be more valuable like a motherfucker.
yeah, Dallas is definitely different, man.
Yeah, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, all in the same joint. And New York can't even have a football stadium in the state. Come on.
All right. Yeah, down. If you look at that aspect, yeah, absolutely. If you look at it at a whole spectrum,
They could, but they want to be New York City so bad.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Put that bitch in Rochester.
Everybody want to go around, though. They still want to be in New York. You know what I'm
Bitch in
saying? But
Livonia
yeah.
or some shit.
Yeah, but except as far as teams wise, I would say New York. It's crazy that Texas is bigger than us, but New York still got more teams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
New York probably got more people, honestly.
Actually, that's what I'm saying. It's just more populated. That's why Texas got more room. Then they bigger.
Well,
and, the taxes is different.
They
everything.
bigger like this. New York built up.
Right. You know what I mean? And taxes and stuff is different.
Yeah,
but
no taxes out there. That's wild. I think, did we talk about that in the last episode? Your boy taxes?
Yeah.
Or did we talk about that after?
No, we talked about it on
In the
show.
episode? Yeah, that's crazy.
Tax is different. Like you said, we want to get our.
Elon Musk over there, man. They going to Mars.
Yeah, we still want to give our.
Or they trying to open a portal for Mars to come to us.
No, like you said, they got a
found
space
that
station. They got a lot of
They
shit.
found that secret door on Mars.
Secret door?
Yeah, it's like a little rock formation. Look like somebody carved a door out. That motherfucker. They took a picture. Whatever. I don't know if it's real or fake. I don't know. Somebody put a faded picture of themselves in there. Like, look close.
That's what I'm saying. That's the accumulation of looking at a cloud.
Yeah.
And you see shapes in the cloud. Like, look, that's the accumulation of that picture or whatever. But like you said, we keep it a sportsman. I would say, New York. But like you said, if you put it in the whole atmosphere for everything, you definitely give it to Houston. You know
They got all the players right there. They don't go nowhere for the players. Like
you said, taxes play a big part, man. Taxes play a big part. When you getting chopped in half, man. But people still want to run through New York, though. It's still New York. Like, it's the culture, man. You know what I'm saying? People in Texas
get tired of the snow though.
People, snow wise, you get used to it, but you know what I mean. I take that over some tornadoes or up down in Texas or whatever.
Upstate different now. Upstate different. I know it's still New York, but they don't be liking the claimers like that. So upstate, you know what I'm saying? Buffalo and Rochester, we coming up. We about to take over New York City, soon. But
they run through us. They know what it is.
Down is coming up.
When you go to New York, you know what I'm saying? They know what's up. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, we keep it that way. But sports wise, like I said, Yankees, Mets been doing good this year. Mm-hmm. Giants, Jets, Bills, ranked power rankings. Bills number one.
Yeah.
Man.
That's what I said. Josh Allen got them popping.
Yeah, Josh Allen, you know what I'm saying? Knicks.
Wait. Because before Josh Allen, it was Bills Mafia, son.
Mafia, yeah. It's still the
Mafia got it popping because they were jumping through tables, son.
It's still the Mafia. Don't get it twisted.
They was jumping through tables before he got there, son.
It's still the Mafia, you know what I mean? It's still the Mafia. Go ask Freddie Gibbs, man. It's still the Mafia, man. Still Bills Mafia, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. It's still Bills Mafia out there, but yeah. Definitely. Sabres, Sabres made the... You know what I mean? They trying to come up. They Buffalo too, but the Rangers made the playoffs. So,
They was up for a little bit.
Yeah, they was up. They've been in a down spiral lately. Yep. But like I said, the Rangers made the playoffs. So yeah, you got the Mavs in the playoffs this year. Spurs made the play-in game. Cowboys always just in the mix. The Astros. You had to put an asterisk next to the Astros. Always. Get them the fuck out of there. But yeah, man. Like I said, overall, Texas, but. We from New York, baby.
Yeah, we from New York. Hell yeah, I love New York.
We from New York, man. I got the Yankee hat.
We respect it.
Yeah, respect. Absolutely. We ain't dumb. We ain't dumb at that aspect. Shout out to the Yankees. They won today. You know what I mean? We've been on the hot streak. We still number one. We beat Baltimore. Lonely Baltimore. But let's hit that button real quick.
I be forgetting which one it is.
Nope. I'm ready. Quick hits. Keeping it in Texas. We got Deshaun Watson, man, meeting in the NFL in Texas about, see what kind of suspension or whatever they're trying to give him. And so they finally meeting for the first time, just to elaborate on more on his case and stuff like that. And
it's the first time they meeting out all this time?
Yeah, to talk about a suspension and more of the case so they can see what they're going to do.
He still been home for a minute. Like, he ain't never go to jail.
Yeah. But they wanted, the court. They wanted to see what happened in court before they make their decision because they could have
No.
They could have did the whole year, and then he could have sued their asses. Like, what you mean? I ain't go to jail. I ain't none got charged with nothing, and for the whole year. So they finally meeting and stuff like that. So we might get the decision. You know what I mean? Sooner or later. You know, you never know. But at least they talk. And also, you know what I mean? He's taking his offensive peoples down. You know, for vacation. You know what I mean? So for some bonding, try to build that offense together. But me personally, man, I think he's gonna get suspended at least 6 games.
Maybe.
I think 6 games or whatever over there. So
There's gonna be uproar if you don't get suspended. Nothing.
Yeah, if you don't get suspended,
you know how many women gonna turn on
that's
TV?
What I'm saying. Like that's why I'm NFL meeting with him. That's why they're waiting for everything. So he will be suspended. I'm not 100% that he's gonna get suspended, but you know the game wise, I don't know. But I personally would think 4 to 6 games. He might get 6. They might appeal and get 4.
What's the name?
But we'll see.
Taylor Ewan. Lineman for Tennessee Titans, he added Tannehill and said, "Yeah, it's something you should think about going to the Bahamas."
Oh, to the Bahamas, taking us to the Bahamas.
When I love back, when I love back,
right? Yeah, man. He definitely got to do some bonding over there. At least take him to Florida or something. Do something nice. You know what I mean? The offensive line, the offense in general, especially because he got 2 new receivers and you know everybody. You know what I'm saying?
And a new quarterback coming for him.
Yeah, that too. But hey, man, he got them checks already. He good.
No, he got major checks.
I
don't know how. He never been top 5, nothing, but he had top 5 money.
No, but that's what I'm saying. No, but they've been reasonable contracts and not long, so I can give Tennessee that. You know what I'm saying? He definitely came in there and did better than they had.
But he didn't really do shit before he got all of this contract. Like
no, because remember they got him from Miami, and they didn't give him no money until he started winning. So
they gave him bread.
They didn't give him top 5 though. If he got 5, he was 5. It's not like Drake. He not 2, but he won.
I don't know. I just remember every time I heard of his new contract, I was like, God damn, Tannehill?
His name like 25. His name like 25 a year. All right. So that, you know, for the NFL these days, that's a bargain. You know what I mean? Baker getting 19 and might not even play this year. But transition to baseball, man. Cincinnati Reds, man, the other night, man, they didn't allow a hit, but lost to Pittsburgh 1-0. It's crazy, man. And
Congratulations.
Right. It's like, good job, but we lost the game.
So they threw a no-hitter and lost?
Basically.
Okay.
Basically. No hits out in that
Who was it?
The Reds, Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, my say. I thought it was the Cleveland Guardians.
Man, I'll be forgetting they even play. Ain't for real. Cleveland.
I seen a highlight the other day. I thought it was a commercial.
Cleveland. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I've seen like the name or whatever, like run through something. I'm like, it's fucking Cleveland.
I thought I was watching the bootleg Major League. Like,
right. You thought you were watching, for real, I thought it was something, man. I thought Guardian of the Galaxies or something for a minute. Like, for real, that's crazy. Yeah, that name is terrible, man. It is terrible, man. All right, man. Get a little serious, man. You know what I'm saying? They got trying to free Brittany Griner, man. They added another 30 days to her, man. That's crazy.
they bugging.
She been there since February.
They mad because they lost that war.
That's crazy, man. You know,
I'm gonna bleep that word out because I don't. YouTube be funny.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, they added another 30 days. You know what I mean? In the U.S., you know, they did. You know, they fight more for her, but then after they announced that they were gonna fight more for her, Russia gave her another 30 days before anything. So it's crazy. And she been in there since February, man.
They said they want an exchange. They said they want like a war criminal or whatever to send them over here. We send her back. Like, yo, they wild.
They wild. They on some movie shit for real. Some Mission Impossible. Yeah, trade you for your wife for this.
Y'all got the one. What it is? Y'all got the one person that know how to make what we need.
No, that's crazy how war is. And they do secret stuff like that all the time, man.
What?
They do secret stuff like all that. Just stay over there. That's what they be like. Just don't come at us. Stay over there.
Nah. Shout out to her though, because everybody's still thinking about you.
Absolutely. So definitely free her, man. And we want to give our thoughts and prayers, man, to the 10
down the street.
10 unfortunately people that got murdered, man. You know what I mean? And hate crime, man. Just racism just got to stop, man.
Nah, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's crazy that an 18-year-old can drive 200 miles and pick a pick somewhere where, there's a lot of African Americans and stuff like that. And, we was on the list. We was on the list, man. We was on the list. We're a little smaller than Buffalo population-wise. And, he wanted to go to the bigger population. So, went over there, man, and massive shooting, man.
Yeah, it was the Tops. I used to work at Tops.
Yeah, man.
Little bro used to work at Tops, too.
Yeah.
My pops worked at Tops.
Right, exactly. And it hit close to home for that aspect, man. And then when I saw the Tops that he was, targeting in our hometown here, I was like, damn, like, I dropped somebody off at 10:30 that morning there at that Tops. So if he passed by us, that could have been around that same time that he chose to do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At that Tops. So I could have been in there driving. You never know anything, man. Yeah. Could have been somebody we know, you know what I mean? And so it's crazy, man. It's just crazy world in general, man. Like I said, that a young man like that could just be, you know what I mean, just have that mind state in general. That comes from home. I don't care what you say, man. It comes from home, man. Mm-hmm. It comes from people you around.
I'll be mad, too. I'll be mad. I was thinking to myself earlier, I'll be mad because it'd be so many copiers, yo. It'd be so many followers, yo.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, just followers in general, but, like, shit like this, it's always people that just, they want to be the copier. They want, why is attention so, like, why do people want attention so bad that they're willing to do the worst possible thing ever just for people to look at them?
Right.
Like,
you shot away your life, bro.
Yeah, but he knew he was doing it, though. That's the worst part, like, the weird part about it.
Nah, the worst part, and it's what I told my wife, is like, and I told a couple other people, I said, it's just the older gentlemen that's, hypnotizing these young men to go do these acts. These older men are cowards and they're not going to do that themselves. So they'll sacrifice these young guys, young kids to go do that.
But this is the thing, you said cowards, you said they're scared or whatever, right? So I was watching this podcast, and a dude brought it up. It was Matt Hoffa, my expert opinion, whatever. Mm-hmm. And the dude brought up, he was chilling in the back. I don't know his name. And because they was talking about, and I don't want to get into no conspiracies and nothing about systems and stuff.
Right.
But he was talking about how the systems took away fear. So when you do welfare and you say you can't get welfare unless when you get the welfare you can't have a man in the house.
Right.
So one, that's the beginning. That's the kid. He ain't got no natural protector. You know what I'm saying? I know women do the best they can, but they still need that man protector around just to show them guidance, to show them what, and I think that's a proven fact. Like they put like some elephants together, and like some older elephants with the youth, and the youth started to chill just naturally, like even from different species and everything. And then, but the second one was, he said that they started taking church out of school, like the Bible out of school, and it was like if anything, if you wasn't afraid of nothing, if anything to fall back on was supposed to be God. You know what I'm saying? You don't do it because that's what God didn't want you to do. And now they took that away, so now these kids fear nothing. And that's why it's getting so wild right now, because they don't have no fear for consequence. And when you go to jail and you get out, you celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? And you the big homie and all that, because you did your time, you did your bid, whatever.
Right, and that's the backwards part, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's like, so they fear no consequence. They think that's a reward. You know,
exactly, and that's why I said that, just wrap it all around. Like I said, the older people, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, go do this, and then you looked at as a hero. Why? You know, like for real, like, you know what I mean?
Like what happened? It wasn't there another shooting like either earlier this year or last year, and then they found like text messages from the parents talking about, oh, the only part you fucked up on, what we forgive you or whatever. The only part you fucked up on, you got caught.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff, man. It's a lot of stuff.
Like what?
Even with the kid that got dropped off by his parents.
I think that might be the one.
You know what I mean? That they killed somebody when they was protesting. He got dropped off by his parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So, that's why I go back around, man. It goes, starts from home, man. It starts from home. And just like they were trying to say COVID or whatever with this kid.
They got to do with anything.
We know COVID messed people up, but come on, man. He was plotting this since March. They got a video that came out today, He's in there because he had it on Twitch. Mm-hmm. and he passed by a white man. The white man, obviously you gonna scream like, sorry. Moved on to the next. So you cannot, it's on video that, it's racially, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. Like I said, this world got to change, but it's getting worse. Like you said, people don't care. Like, they don't care. They don't care about the consequences anymore. Because, you back in the days, like you said, people would do stuff like that and, they go out with a blaze or something like that. Now they like, I killed these people. I did my job. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, he taking off his body armor and stuff in front of the cops and like, I'm giving myself up. Like,
and with that too, people, listen, I understand, shit happen to our people and shit don't happen to their people. And I just gotta say, it's as simple as this. They just, and I think it's the same, well, most statistics would say, would disagree with what I'm about to say, but we ain't trying to kill our people. They ain't trying to kill their people. So when they see that skin tone, it's like a relaxer to them. Like, all right, we can't do that because he look like me. You know what I'm saying? That's the only difference. When you don't look like them, they don't feel it.
You talking about far as cops wife?
White, I ain't gonna say it, but just any race, like any race period. Like, yeah, with this situation, how they put them in cuffs, and do the other day taking Burger King, they don't want to kill their nephew, they don't want to kill their son, they don't want to kill their cousin, they probably know their pops. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just look like them. They not gonna want to kill their own people. Just like if we was to pull up, like, say some Puerto Ricans going crazy, we would try to calm down the Puerto Rican first.
Exactly.
Before anything.
Absolutely. You know I agree with you on that aspect. Like you said, you pull up and somebody like, our race, we're going to try to calm the situation down before, gun blazing, you know what I'm saying?
And the problem is that the police system has a majority of dumb people. So
they fear
so
us.
These people,
they fear us.
Well, I'm saying, but
more.
these people though also are comfortable enough knowing if I comply, I'm gonna be all right.
That's the thing too, right? They comply. And like I said, we at the end of the day, like I said,
but they know if they comply, because we can comply and still get smoked.
Right. That's a fact.
But if he comply, ain't nothing gonna happen to him.
Right. Like I said, we just gotta change the narrative for ourselves as well. You know what I'm saying? Because we are still killing each other as well.
Yeah,
that's what I mean, with that
like,
violence and stuff too. But as far as this Buffalo, situation and tragedy, like, it's
condolences.
Crazy. Yeah, definitely condolences to all the families. You know what I mean? That that went through this and lost loved ones, and shout out to the people that it's gonna be traumatizing for them for the rest of their life.
Yeah, I seen the video of one of the chicks outside. She already looked like she probably had 10 years of traumatization went through her in that one.
That's what I'm saying. And even like the guy that he didn't shoot, man, somebody would come on, man. With that, you thinking you about to die, and he pointing at you like right here.
But let me just be devil advocate to what I just said. That might give him the balls to be like, I'm rocking with my people because he ain't killed me.
Right. Yeah, it could be. He could look at it that aspect, and maybe he could turn the other way.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. But you know what I'm saying? Because it's just crazy, man. Definitely, like I said, condolences to the families out there. And like I said, hit close to home, definitely. Buffalo's only an hour away, and like I said, he's plotting on ours as well. So definitely crazy.
That was your quick hit.
Yeah, that's quick hits, man. Quick hits.
What else we had on the thing? What we was talking about?
Talking about. We hear everything that you want to talk about. We hear everything.
Yeah, it might be a little shorter episode, you know what I'm saying? But we got a big episode coming out anyway. I gotta get some work on that. So that'll be a clip coming out soon on that, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, like I said, man.
But you can check us out on Spotify. You can check us out on Anchor,
Google Podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Breaker, if you know what that is, because I found out a lot of people don't today. Pocket Cast, I know a lot of people don't know about that, but we on there too. And YouTube, of course, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But you can also find us as well on Pham TV on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? That's PHAM
Yep.
TV on
Right,
Facebook, you know what I'm saying? We got high school sports highlights on there. Oh, yeah. And we could you can follow us on TikTok, too. Fan Perspective, at Fan Perspective, no spaces, no nothing, just Fan Perspective. You know what I'm saying? We just had a video hit 50K views. Ooh, we popping. That's my first time experiencing something like that. And they gave me the smallest taste ever of what these celebrities go through. And I was like, damn, I feel bad for these motherfuckers. Because it was so much negativity in them comments. But it was shout out to them few people that was backing the kid up. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, you know.
Yeah, it's just, talking about, man. It's cold world, man.
Like,
Internet trolls, cold drug.
What? Like,
Definitely cold world.
They not understanding at all. I had to reply to one of them, like, cause not one of them, the bad one of the good ones was like, come on, why y'all gotta be so negative or whatever, like, and I was like, it's because they know they ain't gonna see nobody in this comment list, so they gonna say whatever the fuck they want.
Right. You just felt like you had to, right? I feel you, man, on that aspect.
They ain't gonna see nobody. Word. You can see me. You know what I'm saying, on the YouTube thing, no
right,
PH,
YouTube,
Fan
right,
with the PH. You heard?
Exactly, Fan Podcast on IG and Twitter, man, too, as well. For sure. Like I said, like, subscribe, man. It costs $0, man. You know what I mean? 0.0000099.
Word.
Definitely get us to. I'm trying to get to 500, man. We need 500, man. So.
We gotta get it. And yo, check out the playlist Balance Perspective. We got a new drop out. It's a tough drop off. I'm getting this thing, man. I'm about to get this thing crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Henry Drake.
It's John.
And this is
The
the
Fan
Fan Perspective. And we out. You heard? Peace.
Definitely.